The dynamic Justin Fields. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Steelers and the Broncos, and it comes your way next.
PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in a perfect 10-0.
And it's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. All phases of the game coming together for this team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down from the 33. Here's second down and 7. Here's Nix. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach. All game long, all practice long, every meeting, get the football. That's what they want.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Second down and 8. From the gun, here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Here we go, side.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
EQ, extend. Go.
Here's Fields. Flushed out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
To throw, here's Nix. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 52 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category.
Nix to the air. This one swung out to Williams.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Now it's Nix.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell.
And he went backwards.
He'll be down at the 30.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing Nix. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw is Nix.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Nick's going to tap this forward.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Jamison Williams.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You got a mini basic.
To throw is Fields.
Flush to his right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
And he's got room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
Here we go.
Off play action, Fields.
And this one is incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, 10. All right.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
That's another Pittsburgh Steeler. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Go.
Here's a give up the middle. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4.
Right.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Now it's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Tonight.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Fields.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Tonight.
Here's Fields.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Nix. Throw it. The ball comes out. And the ball ends up out of bounds. So it'll be a loss on the play.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Nix. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Here we go.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Ken. Go.
Fields now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right.
That is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back to throw now on 1st down.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Nix. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Nix.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 14. And the Broncos first down.
Nix from the shotgun.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Mitchell will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Fields.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Out of the gun, Fields.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Now Fields.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And that is incomplete here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Don't jump. Ready?
Here's Fields on the sneak. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Here's Nix. Got his man. It's Dulcich. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. Same connection. Dulcich once again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 2nd and a couple. To throw. Here's Nix. Short throw caught by Dulcich. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Nix to throw again. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Nix to the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Nix once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now it's Nix. Finding Williams once more, complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Here we go with Williams. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The final shot before break. Nix. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix, as time expires in the 1st half. And the Broncos will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling.
It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 74 yards.
And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Throwing Nix. A short one there, caught by Likely.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. To throw is Nix. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Nix. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And bulldozing his way through. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. To throw is Fields. Completes it to Austin. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
West right there.
At the 42-yard line.
Now it's Fields. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
11.
3rd and 1.
Delta. Chip slam. Is it all right?
Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Here we go, son.
1st and 10 at the
No noise, no
31-yard
noise.
line.
Is it all right?
Fields throwing again. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth, 31 yards. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Denver's offense now set to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Nix. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Here is third down and 4.
Back to throw. Nix.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
Shifts by him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This is caught by Williams. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
Pushing his way through. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Mitchell.
And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Williams.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try.
This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, that feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Steelers offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Alpha, let's go. Alpha. Go.
Fields now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. As back now in Pittsburgh. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Throwing again is Fields. A short throw to Musgrave.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Here we go.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Right.
Now a handoff running through the middle.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Good night.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Good night.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Good night.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard. Oh, the option to give to Williams here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Good night.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Angel. Go.
Here's Fields. This one deep for Wilson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Fields. And that will be incomplete as well. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Nix. A short one there, caught by Likely. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Now a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Nix. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They run over center with Mitchell. Shifts past him at the 45. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Nix. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Here's Fields on the sneak. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Sit high.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Here we go.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second